The crucial electoral battle is being fought in Jharkhand. It's the first phase of elections in Jharkhand where the tribal identity has become very important. It's the BJP that's alleging that infiltration from Bangladesh has also led to discrimination in division of resources, distribution of resources. The number of tribals is going down is what the BJP has alleged. And of course, courts have also gotten into this, with the court deciding to examine a petition demanding a special team, a fact-finding team to look at the truth with regard to infiltration. But there's also competitive welfareism. Hemant Soren, who was jailed in the past 1 year, is out there. He's campaigning for his party to come back to power. This is a direct fight between the BJP and ATSU on one side and JMM and Congress on the other.
Right, Vasudha, the BJP has gone all out to dethrone Hemant Soren and return back to power, as we have seen through their aggressive campaigning. But Jharkhand is going to polls in two phases. One today, that's kick-started at 7 a.m. and the second one on the 20th. 43 seats will go to the polls in the first phase, and elaborate security arrangements have been made for polling, which kick-started at 7 a.m. this morning. It will continue until 5 p.m. and it will end at 4 p.m. at 950 sensitive booths that are spread over 31 constituencies. But as you know, ever since Jharkhand was born in 2000, it has often been in the limelight for unstable governments, hung assemblies and numerous chief ministerial terms, except the year 2014 and 2019, which can be treated as the exceptions.
Well, let's go across to our colleague Prabhakar, who joins us from Jharkhand. We also have Harsha with us. We also have Pratibha with us. Remember, Parmeshwar, there are also 33 assembly constituencies that will be voting as part of critical bypolls. In fact, 31 constituencies, because two of them in Sikkim have gone uncontested. Pratibha also joins us from Bengaluru. First to Prabhakar. Prabhakar, Jharkhand is in the spotlight here, 43 seats. Last time JMM and Congress party came back to power despite not performing well in 2019. This time in 2024 elections, BJP has lost all tribal seats. So the larger focus has been on the tribal identity. Tell us how is the situation there in Jharkhand? What kind of preparations have been made? Because there are also sensitive booths that are part of this phase where the polling will end by 4 p.m. today.
Yeah, exactly. First, talking about the narrative which BJP has been fighting upon, they have been trying to lure the tribal voters because they understand it very well, and they had tested water in the last Lok Sabha polls where the BJP did not do well in all the tribal dominated area. Today happens to be the most critical phase of all. There are two phases of elections happening in Jharkhand. Today happens to be the election on 43 assembly constituencies, and most of them, more than half of them, are reserved ST seats, that is for the tribals. So whether the BJP, the kind of narrative which BJP was trying to sell, talking about the illegal immigrants, talking about the Bangladeshi infiltration, and talking about how those infiltrators are being promoted by JMM and they are eating into the rights and the resources of tribals. So whether that narrative has been bought by the people, bought by the voters, that is something which will be tested today. So it's a do or die phase for BJP and also for JMM, because they have to do well in this particular phase in this 43 seats. Unless until they are able to do that, they will not be able to make their way to that throne in Ranchi. Now, talking about the preparation, sensitive, it is a very sensitive. Around 250 booths are such where the Jawans, the paramilitary Jawans or the polling agents, they have been using air choppers, the Air Force choppers actually, to airdrop them to these locations. So they are not even commuting through road. They have been airdropped through Air Force choppers, and after the polls are over, they will be picked up and brought back to their base, so that it is that sensitive. Otherwise also, this entire zone is a Naxal infested area, so the administration, the authorities, the election commission, they are taking no precautions. Yesterday we had a word with the Chief Electoral Officer of Jharkhand, and he said that the strict SOP has been put in place and everybody involved in this entire poll process has to follow that, because they don't want any Naxal related violence which has always been seen in past, especially in the Jharkhand elections. Yeah.